What's up, guys? Wishing you all a happy Friday. I'm trying out my new streaming software, so still trying to figure out where everything goes. Let me know if you like the track in the background. It's by one of my good friends, Swadade Soul Deep, and he just released this track, so it's brand new. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to put it down in the chat if any of you are interested as well. So, yeah, let me just find the link to put it in the chat. You know what? I think I need to use my present screen. It's good to see you again, Nofel. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm really feeling this track right now. So this is the track. What I'm going to do is, where's the share button in Spotify? Does anybody know? Kind of lost it. Oh, wait, hold on. I got it. Let's do that. And I'm just going to post it down in the comment section. Okay, so it's time to get into action. I know some of you must have been waiting for me to do a live stream again, and I promise you this, I was not planning on doing another live stream. I just want to test out my StreamYard software. But I said, hey, might as well turn it into a live stream anyway and just come back on and just say hi to everybody. Hey, Family Clips Daily, how you doing? Let me know where you're from. All right, so let me explain to you guys what we're going to do today. I am going to take 30 minutes of any Google Ads questions that you might have. If there's something wrong with your Google Ads, if there's something wrong with your YouTube ads, if there's something wrong with your Performance Max ads, if your ads aren't converting, any single thing that you want to know, any single thing that you want to ask, you can ask me right now, and I am going to give you all the information that you need. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this because, like I said, I just want to test stuff out, man. I just want to test out my screen recording. I want to make sure that everything works. I want to make sure that everything looks good. And I think displaying the comments on screen like I'm doing now, it just makes the live stream much better. That's what I think. All right, cool. So our first question here is from Family Clips Daily. And Family Clips, do you know the rules? Let me explain the rules to you. Before you ask any question on the live stream, Nufel will tell you this. You need to tell us what country you're from. So before you ask me anything, you need to let me know what country you're from. Nofel, we are going to excuse because he's been here before. So Family Clips Daily, I want you to let me know where you're from and we will get to your question. All right, so Nofel asks, I track my signups as secondary conversions, while primary conversions are categorized as qualified and converted leads. Okay, I'm thinking there's more to this question, so I'm just gonna hold on. Family Clips Daily, please let us know where you're from, and then I will definitely give you a comprehensive answer. I promise you that. Oh, I forgot to pin my Google Ads course. I'm always forgetting this. I forgot to pin my Google Ads course in the chat. So while you guys are sorting out your questions, let me do that. Oh, okay. You're from Iran. All right. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this comment, put it in there. I don't know how to pin it to the top, but I'm going to star that comment. Okay. So, Nofel, I'm just going to answer Family Clips Daily quickly. Yes, you can use Google Ads for affiliate marketing. but there are a couple of things that you need to think about. Number one, how much space do you have in the product? So I'll give you an example. If you're selling a product that's an affiliate product and you get a $10 commission, Google Ads is really not going to work for you. You need to make sure that there's enough meat in that product. So, for example, if you're selling a digital course, that's fine. If you're selling leads for dentists, that's fine. If you're selling leads for real estate agents, that's fine. And sorry, I said Google Ads course, any course really. It has to be something with enough meat. Now, a lot of affiliate marketers are switching away from using the Google search ads and they're using the YouTube ads, and they're getting much better results and much cheaper results as well, because you don't want to be selling a $10 product when each click on Google Ads is about $3 each. So after 3 clicks, even if you don't sell the product, you'll have wasted your entire budget. So when you're doing affiliate marketing, be very careful that the product that you are selling actually has enough profit in it. Don't go look for products with like $5 commissions, $6 commissions. Even if they pay reoccurring, it's not really going to help you out unless you're willing to take that hit up front. I highly recommend that you find the products with a lot of profit in them. $100, $50, $150. Those are the ones that typically will do much better for you with affiliate marketing. And of course, you can use Google Ads for affiliate marketing to answer your question. Also, if you have any follow-up questions, let me know. What I'm going to do is in the chat, I'm going to share a review that I had from one of my course students. He is an affiliate marketer. His name is Jeffrey. And yeah, he gave me quite a lovely review. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to leave a link to what he taught about our Google Ads course. So it's there. You can check it out. All right, Nofel, let's get into this question. All right, so Nofel is asking, I track my signups as secondary conversions, while primary conversions are categorized as qualified and converted leads. So for instance, out of a total of 10 leads, 5 are qualified. All right. And then you just said you hit the word limit over there. All right. So what you want to do is, this is quite a tough one, but I would not do it that way. I would not measure qualified leads because then your measurements are always changing. What I would suggest you do is just measure your cost per lead. And then if your lead quality is bad, or if you're noticing that your lead quality is not good, what you want to do is you want to go and look at your messaging and your campaign, and you want to make it very specific who you want to sign up with you and who you don't want to sign up with you. I'll give you an example. If I go and I advertise my camera, and I say this is a camera for everybody, that means everybody's going to click on my ad. And when they come onto my website, they're going to realize, oh man, this camera is $650. I might not be able to afford it. That's not their fault. That's my fault. What I should have done is on the ad, I should have made it very clear that this is a camera for high-end photographers, people who do this every day for a living, and people who are willing to spend and invest. That way, when people click on it, I know only high-end photographers are going to click on my ad, and therefore I'm going to have a better lead quality. I don't want you to get into measuring the secondary conversions, because what is going to start happening is you're constantly going to have to figure out how much is your cost per lead, how much is your cost per lead. Okay, last week we got 2 good leads. This week we got 4 good leads. Next week we got 10 good leads. You're not going to know what your cost per lead is. So just measure all leads equally and then try and get your cost per lead as low as possible, and quality gets sorted out with the messaging. And I hope that answers your question. All right, cool. Family Clips Daily says, so we can use it for high ticket affiliate marketing. You can definitely use it for high ticket affiliate marketing. What I recommend is, if you have a high ticket offer, think about the type of customer, what type of content they'll be watching, what type of searches they'll be making, and make sure you show up in those types of searches and those types of content as well. But don't get caught into the trap of just taking a high-end offer, just running a Google ad and just hoping it works. You still need to do all of the hard work, and you still need to understand what goes into running a proper Google ad. So yeah, hope that answers you, family clips. Nofel, I track all of my conversions offline. I maintain 2 separate sheets, one for qualified leads and the other one for converted. All right, so Nofel, the question I'm going to ask you back is, if I asked you what is your cost per lead overall, do you know that number? What is your absolute cost per lead? If you get in 100 leads, what would your cost per lead be? All right, Thomas, welcome so much. Thank you for letting us know that you are from South Africa. And yes, all is going well with me. It's just hot in South Africa, as you know, so I'm not going to wear a proper shirt today. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have my sleeveless on. All right, so we got Thomas. Thomas, your question is, should I look for cheaper keywords if I am unable to get a low cost per conversion in certain countries, even if the new keywords or with lower traffic? All right, this is a good question. Thomas, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Did you design the page that the offer is going to, or is it your client's page? That's my first question to you. And my second question to you is, when you want to lower the cost of conversion, what is your current conversion rate? What are you converting at? Let me know. I'm just going to say hi to Salty in the meantime. Salty, hi. Thank you so much. Let me know in South Africa where you are from. I really appreciate you being on this live stream. Also, guys, the software that I'm using, it has a 10-person limit. So we're going to see if we can break that before I need to upgrade. All right. So if you can't get on the live stream, but you can see it, just like message me on the Neptune Design website, neptunedesign.co.za, just so that I know that I need to just increase my limit. All right, cool. All right, Thomas, I'm still waiting for your answer back on that one. All right, Family Clips Daily said, how much do you recommend to invest in Google Ads? That is actually a great question, and I actually have a YouTube video that answers just that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link that video, and in that video, I show you what you can get for $10 a day, what you can get for $100 a day, and what you can get for $1,000 per day with Google Ads. And what I'm gonna ask you to do is I am going to ask you just to have a look at that video. So I'm gonna link it. Man, I am doing so much clicking over here. Just give me 1 second. I am gonna link it for you. And then I want you to go and watch that video, because I literally break down everything. I break down how much Google charges you. I break down how you should split up your ads. It's a really in-depth video. The only problem right now is I'm having a hard time locating it. But anyway, check my channel. It's on there. Yeah. All right. So Thomas, I created the page URL it's going to, no conversions, and the CPC is set at 25 South African Rand per keyword. All right, so Thomas, my first piece of advice for you would be, before you even go out and look for new keywords, if you have traffic and that traffic's converting and your keyword cost is too high, I'm going to recommend, first of all, check that you have 30 conversions in the past 30 days and try and switch to a target CPA strategy, and then try and beat your cost per lead that way. If that doesn't work, the second thing you want to do, I promise you this is like a magic trick, okay? Add copy, landing page copy. Show your landing page, and this is how you know your landing page is good or bad. I want you to take your laptop. I wish I had an extra laptop over here, but I want you to take your laptop, show it to 5 strangers. Open the lid for 5 seconds and then close it. Ask those 5 strangers if they know what the landing page is about. If they do know what your landing page is about, then congratulations, you have a great landing page. If they don't, you probably need to work on your landing page copy first. This is the weird thing about Google Ads. We run into settings. We want to add new keywords. We want to play around with maybe other different types of campaign types, but there's probably more money in just getting better ad copy first. And that's really going to help you out. And also, I see that you also mentioned over here that you had better luck in Canada with a 30% conversion rate. Some countries are going to convert better, and that's because your message probably resonates with them. And also, you need to think about affordability. I don't know exactly what you're marketing, so it's very hard to say. But from what you're telling me, and from doing this for 7 years, I am highly, highly, highly convinced that you should start with your ad copy and your landing page copy. You will get so much further than tweaking anything else in your Google Ads. I guarantee you that. And remember, if you're going for more keywords that are cheaper, but they're unrelated, all you're going to do is you're just going to take more clicks before you get that conversion. So that might not be the answer that you're looking for. I know it's tempting, but it might not be the answer that you're looking for. All right. Family Clips Daily, I hope I answered your question. It's my absolute pleasure, Thomas. Guys, you don't just have to ask like one question and run away. Ask as much as you can. I'm going to be here for the next 15 minutes. Like I said, I'm just testing out my new streaming software. But ask me anything that you're concerned about. Thomas, I think the main thing is the main place where a lot of people get stuck is conversion rate can be a hell of a problem. I'll give you a perfect example of one. I have one client who took all of their ads and just wrote an Afrikaans version of the same ad. For those of you who don't know, Afrikaans is one of the languages that we speak in South Africa. South Africa has 7 languages, by the way. And just from them taking their ad and just writing an Afrikaans version, they just got a better conversion rate. Same ad, just different landing page, different ad copy, obviously, but the same exact ad, the same exact settings. And Canada also has people who speak French, so also think about that as well. So you want to play around with those things. I wish I could give you something more concrete to work on, but ad copy is definitely the way to go. Hey, Proxy Web, thank you so much for joining us. Let me know where you're from and just type it down in the chat. All right. Oh, Proxy Web, thanks for the question. But before I answer your question, I need to know what country you're from. It's a rule. This is one of our rules on the stream. Let's see if we have any other questions here while we wait for Proxy Web. Absolutely beautiful, man. I'm happy that you're happy, Thomas. All right, cool. I'm in a very good mood today. Oh, it's Philip. Hey, how you doing, man? I see you're joining us from... I see you're joining us from a different account, but anyway, maybe it's one of your alias accounts. All right, so how can we improve our impression share loss to rank? Well, the answer is simple there. I think you're going to give me the answer, Philip. Tell me what you've tried before. I'm only doing this with Philip because Philip kind of knows what he's doing, but I want you to let me know what you've tried before to improve your impression share loss to rank. Thomas Lombard says, I see Google Ads. I take that does or is automatically changing my bid strategy from CPC to CPA. They only do that if you've opted in for your automatically replied recommendations. So what happens is Google Ads will send you an email. On that email, you'll see it says something like, do you want us to apply these changes for you? Now, sometimes you're just lazy and you just click on the email. But the problem with that is you've kind of opted into auto-applied recommendations. And what auto-applied recommendations do is they'll just constantly keep on changing your account, and they'll constantly keep on changing the settings in your account. Also, if you are on CPC and Google has switched you over to CPA, try and keep the cost per acquisition, the CPA. There's no other word to say this. Try and keep it realistic, because you're not going to go from a 300 Rand cost per lead all the way down to 100 Rand cost per lead. What you want to do is for the first week, set it at 250, see if it hits that target. Then you want to drop it again to 200 Rand cost per acquisition, see if it hits that target. So you're constantly scaling it down. But sometimes what happens is we get leads and we get leads for $50, and all of a sudden we say target cost per lead for $5. And then what happens is our ad account starts freezing up, and you know your ad account is freezing up if it doesn't spend your full daily budget. So keep an eye on the daily budget. If it's not spending the full daily budget, it's probably because your target CPA is too aggressive. You want it to slowly go down to the target CPA you want. Don't just try and do it all at once so that you have some fancy results to show your clients. It can work sometimes, but most of the times not. All right, so Philip is telling me I write more relevant ads, test alternative landing pages based more closely on my keyword set. You see, this is a hard one. Impression share lost to rank. I would just increase my budget, man. I would seriously just increase my budget. That's what I would do. Because Google doesn't tell us what quality score. Google doesn't tell us everything that goes into quality score, right? Google doesn't tell us. It tells us about our ad rankings. It tells us that the auction system is X, Y, and Z. But one thing I like to do when I have situations like this, I just like to increase my budget and let it run. Let it run for 5 days, and I want to see if that would change anything. Because I've got a sneaky feeling. Yep, IS lost to rank though. Yep, because I've got a sneaky feeling that might be something going on in the background. So what I would do is I would definitely do it that way. Yep, that's IS lost to budget. If it's IS lost to rank, it also depends on who your competition is as well. Man, I feel so sorry because I'm going to tell everybody this, but it's ad copy, it's landing page, man. That's it. It's just those two things: ad copy, landing page. Keep on working on it, because that means you just don't have the right ad copy. What's your click-through rate, by the way, on these ads? Because I know you know what you're doing, fellow. All right, Nofel, we're going to switch over to you as well. And then I click on, wow, this is so cool. I can show you a little comment over here in the bottom left corner. This is super cool, guys. All right, Nofel, how do you improve your lead quality? All right, so this is a very broad question. Nofel, what I want you to do is explain to me the types of leads that you're getting right now. Are you getting people that say they want to think about it? Are you getting people that say this is not what they want? Or are you just getting like spam submissions the whole time? Thanks, Philip. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're just waiting on Nofel just to give me a little bit of an update. I really want to know and I really want to understand like what the problem is. I don't just want to sit over here and give you a whole bunch of suggestions and that's not going to solve your problem. So, okay, if it's mostly shopping around and with budget constraint and that's the problem that you have with your leads, I guarantee you this: negative keyword list is not going to help you, my friend. I don't know if you know this, right? I don't know if you know this, but negative keywords are not going to help you. And I'll tell you exactly why negative keywords are not going to help you. You can ask Philip about this as well. Every time you add a negative keyword, have you gone to your search terms report and noticed there's a new variation of that negative keyword in there again? And then you add a negative keyword for that, and then you go in there again, and the next day there's a different type of negative keyword, but it's still a negative keyword and it's working on your nerves, because the more negative keywords you're putting in, the more Google is trying to just find ways to circumvent your negative keywords. Let me tell you why that is. Google has decided about 6 months ago that Google can determine the meaning of your keywords. they can determine the meaning of your keywords. So what do I mean by that? If somebody types in cell phone, right? And my keyword is not even cell phone. My keyword is Samsung Galaxy S22, which I don't have in my hand, by the way. If somebody types that in, Google Ads can say cell phone equals Samsung Galaxy S22. Although this keyword is like exact match, and although you have negative keywords for cell phone, Google Ads can still say we interpret the meaning and they'll still show your ads. And I'm sure this has happened to a lot of you. Just let me know in the chat if this has happened to you as well. Your negative keywords are not good enough. I promise you this, Nofel, if I'm looking at your ads, right? If I look at your ads, you're probably going to go and you're probably going to see you're being too broad. You're being way too broad. What Phil is saying is true, that your negative keyword is 50% of the battle. I'm not saying that Philip is lying when he's saying that, but it's not going to win the battle for you. If you look at your ad, are you specifying exactly who you want? Are you specifying exactly why they should take action with you today? And are you talking about what they're going to lose if they don't take action, right? So here's another suggestion from Philip. I'm just going to put it up on the screen because what he says is so beautiful. Family Clips Daily, I saw your question. I will get to you, but I just want to finish up with Nofel. If on your landing page, it is not very clear who you are targeting, that's where all your crappy leads are coming from. Nofel, if you want to, if you're brave enough, you can send me the link for the landing page and I'll go through it live on this live stream. If you don't want to, that's perfectly fine as well. But I can promise you this, when I look at your landing page, I'm probably going to find the reason why you are struggling with your deals and struggling with the quality of your leads. You have to spell it out for them. It's not just easy to say we help business owners. You have to say small business owners with budgets from $5,000 to $10,000 if that's who you're looking to close. Be so specific about who you're targeting. I'll give you an example also from our Google Ads course, which is starred in the chat somewhere. Let me know if you can see it as well, just for my own research purposes. With my Google Ads course, I said Google Ads course for small business owners, and I stayed upfront. I don't do Google Ads for marketing agencies. We don't do that. Why? Because I don't want marketing agencies to buy my course and find out that what I teach in my course is more for small business owners, and it's not for people that are running 50,000 US dollars per month, right? It's more for the small business owners who's got little money to spend and they want to scale up their accounts. That's who I work with. So I am very, very specific about that in my landing page copy. Now, this is the problem that I think a lot of us make. We want to work with everyone, right? Everyone is a customer. Everyone can be a good customer. So we don't want to chase anyone away. So we write landing page copy that makes it sound like we help everyone. But what we really do is we help a specific type of person. And I want your ad copy or your landing page copy to reflect that you help that specific type of person. So be very clear. I think even if you click on my Google Ads course, it says something like, if you're not losing money on Google Ads, don't buy this course. That's exactly what I'm talking about. All right. So Family Clips Daily, going back to you. I hope I haven't lost anyone. Let me know if you guys are all still here. All right, Family Clips Daily. How much leads can I expect for 2,000 clicks? I'm going to give you the answer as simply as possible. The average conversion rate on a search ad is 3.71%, which means for every 100 clicks you get on an ad, you should get 3 to 4 leads. And this is on average. This is across all businesses, across all industries. So if that's being said, and we know for every 100 clicks, you're going to get about 3 leads if you know what you're doing. Just put that caveat over there. So all we have to do is take 2,000 divided by 100, multiply that by 3. So let's say you're getting 3 leads. You'll get about 60 leads for 2,000 clicks. And remember, this is not Performance Max clicks. This is not display ads clicks. This is you getting high quality clicks. So I want you to always bear that in mind. Yes, definitely. Philip says 10% of 10%. It's actually a good answer. Let's see what's 10% of 10%. It's probably going to be 20, right? Yeah, it's about 20, right, Philip? Yeah. Don't just think that you're going to put out 2,000 clicks and you're just going to get all of these leads coming in. So, yeah, I would say expect about 60 based on the average conversion rate. And that's not me. I'll search it for you right now. Ooh, I forgot I have this function. If I go over here and I am going to say share screen, I've got some new tools. Yes. So we're going to say average conversion rate, Google search ad. As you can see here, what did I tell you guys? I said 3.71%, 3.75%. This is what I'm basing my guesstimate on. But yeah, remember, this is on average. But remember something. When you're starting out with Google Ads, you're probably going to have a closer to 1% conversion rate because you don't know what you're doing. So be careful. Be careful. Don't assume that you're going to start off with a 3 or 4% conversion rate. This is average. And this means these guys have probably been running Google Ads for 2 years, most of them. You're probably going to start off with a between 0 and 1% conversion rate until you understand exactly what you're doing in Google Ads. But guys, this is not me. As you can see over there, this is a stat straight from Google. Okay. Thomas, keep the long questions coming, my friend. I really appreciate you guys. Now, I'm already supposed to be gone, but I'm enjoying this, so I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer. All right. So, do you recommend CPC for search ads in general before using Google Ads, auto, max, bid strategy? That's actually a nice way to phrase it. And just to follow up on question, just in general, I see it takes Google Ads a day to build impressions. In this case, is this normal in your experience? All right, cool. So first and foremost, it depends on what type of budget we're starting off with. If you have a brand new client who's never ran Google Ads before and you just want to see if the offer works, you can even go max clicks. There's nothing wrong with max clicks, just to get some clicks to the page and see if there's interest, if the page converts, if you have a big enough budget. If you're on a small budget, I mean $30 a day or less, maybe even $50 a day or less, then I highly recommend you start with manual CPC. But what I like to do is I like to go manual CPC. I like to leave it on enhanced CPC and I just let it run for 2 weeks because I want to see what people are bidding out in the market. I don't want to assume that the bids should be $2 when everybody's paying $4 for bids. So that's a big mistake that I see with manual CPC. So what I do is I set it to manual CPC, I set it to enhanced CPC, and then I just leave it. I leave it for 2 weeks and I see what types of bids come in. Now that I can see the types of bids that are coming in and the types of conversions I'm getting, if I'm getting any conversions, I now start to have a little bit more of a choice. If I have a page and the page is converting and the conversions are going good, in other words, I can see that for every 10 clicks, I'm starting to get those conversions in, and I can see that over the past 3 weeks, there's good conversion data. That's when I would switch to the max conversion strategy or even a target CPA strategy, right? That is when I would do it. And for your follow-up question, in general, you see it takes days to build impressions in many cases. Is that normal in my experience? Yeah, it does. It does take some time, but it's very much budget dependent. I usually will switch my ads on and I'll usually start seeing movement after 12 hours. If it's a campaign that I've ran before, that I pause and I resume, I see impressions straight away. Like it wouldn't even take Google Ads 30 minutes. And I think this is because the ad is going through the approval process first, where they check your ads, check your landing page, make sure that you're not some Nigerian prince somewhere um sending out these dodgy emails. They want to make sure that you are actually a good human being first. And I think that's what happens, because what I'm noticing is Google is being more and more cautious when it comes to new advertising and new ad campaigns. They've probably been sued a bunch of times and they don't want to be sued again. So yeah, Thomas, I hope that helps answer your question. And yeah, definitely manual CPC. That's definitely what I cling on to. It's what works for me. It's what has worked for my students as well. Actually, a beautiful case study. I posted it on my LinkedIn, and I see that you're messaging me from LinkedIn. Maybe just go and scroll down on my profile. There was a Safari game ranger. He does self-drive safaris. We got him 356 leads in 83 days with a $4 cost per lead, a 28% conversion rate, and we did all of that using manual CPC. Before, he was using automated bidding, and for the 90 days before he worked with us, I say with us, actually with me, it was one-on-one coaching. He only got about, I think it was 14 leads, 14 leads at $40 each, and that was with maximized conversions. The problem I have with a lot of people trying to use these automated bidding strategies is, and Phil is right, it also depends on what type of industry you're from when it comes to your lead percentage and what you can expect to get from those 2,000 clicks. If that's what you're talking about, Phil, I think that's what you're talking about. The thing that I've noticed with a lot of people running these automated bidding strategies is it's AI. It's AI. AI needs to be trained on data. And if there's no data in the account, what are you training the AI on? The AI's guess is going to be as good as yours. You might as well go manual CPC then. If you're going to guess and the AI is going to guess, it might as well be you guessing with your own money. But once you start getting that data in the account, and it's good data because it works for that unique business case, then you definitely, then you can go with your automated bidding strategies, because then you have a good sample size of data to feed the AI so the AI can do the hard work for you. I don't want everyone in the world to use manual CPC. I just think manual CPC makes a whole lot more sense when you're trying to control a budget, especially for a client. But I'm not saying that you should use it in all situations. It's like a screwdriver. Sometimes it makes sense. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to use a screwdriver. It's the same thing with bidding strategies. Apply it to each situation and scenario differently. I have my secret sauce, but other industry agency owners have their own secret sauce. But I found over the past 7 years, working with accounts that are tiny, working with accounts that are massive, manual CPC is always my go-to strategy first when I try and figure out what's happening in an account. All right, so Thomas had another good question over here. And Philip, you're very quiet. I want those questions to keep on flowing, man. All right, so Thomas is asking, so if Google Ads says my campaign is limited by budget, should I heed their recommendations? Now, that is a beautiful question. I absolutely love this question. All right, so let's talk about limited by budget and what it means. If you have X amount of searches on a keyword, let's say somebody's searching for KFC and they're searching for KFC in Gauteng. If you only have $100, Google Ads is going to burn through your $100 and it's going to say it is limited by budget. In other words, if you spend more money, there's other people out there searching for KFC and you can reach those other people, right? You can reach those other people. However, there's a problem with this. I've worked on an account that was spending 13,000 US dollars per day. Per day, my friend, per day. And guess what? It still said limited by budget. This is like the trying to measure the infinite scale. There are always going to be more searches in the world than you have money in your bank account in most situations. So when you say limited, when you see limited by budget, it is technically true. You are limited by budget, But the real question you need to ask yourself is my ad profitable right now? If it is profitable, then you can afford to scale and you should increase your budget. But if you're losing money right now and Google tells you limited by budget, pouring more money into that black hole is not going to all of a sudden make your ads profitable and make your landing page that was converting at 2% all of a sudden convert at 10%. That's not how it works. So if it makes sense to scale it, then scale it. If it makes sense to increase your budget, increase your budget. But don't increase your budget just because Google tells you to do it. That's how people end up losing $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 because they're just scaling all the time and they're hoping that eventually something good is going to happen. I wrote an email newsletter yesterday. It said something along the lines of, do you know the types of people that spend money without any evidence that it's going to work? Gamblers at a casino. That's what they do. They spend money and they have no evidence that they're going to get their money back. And usually the casino wins. Business owners cannot grow businesses by taking gambles. They can only grow businesses by taking calculated risks. So what you want to do is you want to go and look at your ad campaign, figure out if you're profitable first, and then if you're profitable, then you want to scale the account. Unless it's like a lawyer and one click is going to cost you like $110, then you're going to need a little bit more budget. But be very careful of that limited by budget. A lot of people get caught out with that. All right. Cool. He got that many leads with manual CP. Yeah, and I put screenshots in my LinkedIn account. You can go and you can check it out. If I had the time, I'd go and look for that post. But yeah, he even I've even got screenshots, and you can really see the transition. I put the before and after there. You can see everything. All right. Limited by budget. Okay, so Phil's suggestion is also reduce the number of locations. That's also true. So let's talk a little bit about what Phil said. And then, guys, I think I'm going to call it a wrap unless you guys have any more questions. So what Phil is saying is that if you're in Gauteng and you're advertising KFC and everybody in Gauteng is searching for chicken, well, guess what? For those of you who don't know, Gauteng is a province in South Africa. Let me just say that. So basically what's going to happen is when you reduce your locations, like let's say you advertise in Johannesburg only or Midrand only or Pretoria only, what's going to happen then is you won't see limited by budget anymore because you'll have captured all of the searches in that specific area. But always know that if you increase your budget and you increase your reach, you will then have more searches, which means you start getting that limited by budget. And to tell you the truth, when I see that limited by budget, I just look past it, man. I completely ignore it because it's always flashing red at you. So it doesn't always mean that, you're limiting your ads. Don't look at it that way. Just look at it as Google telling you that there's more searches out there that you can capture if you spend a little bit more. But search is not a guarantee of a sale or conversion on your website. It's not a guarantee of a lead. All right. So I'm about to wrap this up. I'm going to give you guys 2 more minutes. Ask me anything you want to ask me. Also, I guess I should do some selling and promotion while I'm here. If you want to check out my Google Ads course, it's called Profitable PPC. The difference between this Google Ads course and every other Google Ads course on the market is it includes coaching from me like this. We literally sit every month, me or my students, and we do group coaching. And you get a private community where you can ask me any question anytime, and I or my community manager, Irene, will respond to you directly. Most Google Ads courses, what they do is they just put it out there and then you learn the knowledge, but you can never check your ad copy. You can never ask if your landing page is fine. You can never say, hey, what do I do about this limited by budget in my dashboard? So if you are interested in learning Google Ads and learning it the right way with 15 hours of content, plus an additional 16 hours of recorded coaching calls, plus a private community, plus monthly coaching calls with me, I'm going to put it down below in the chat. And you should definitely check out Profitable PPC. It is an awesome investment for yourself and for your business. Okay, so that's my sales pitch over and done with. I am going to take 2 more questions and then I am going to go and enjoy my weekend. So Anybody want to ask me anything? Mm. Oh, thank you so much. Philip says, I highly recommend Devon's courses for any business owners. And tell him also, Philip, tell him I'm not paying you to say that. Let them know I'm not paying you to say that. Thomas says, thank you. You've answered all my questions until more come up. I hope you continue with your AMA series of your video. Your wisdom has been a great help to me. Oh, it's my absolute pleasure, Thomas. Look, I know Google Ads is hard, but sometimes, you just have to ask a human being. We're so trapped in our bubbles. We're so trapped in our little ad accounts. And sometimes you just need to come on, socialize, and then you'll find that a lot of people have been through what you're going through. So thank you so much for participating. And thank you so much for making it great. And Phil says, no, I haven't paid him as yet to sponsor my course. Yeah, definitely. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will probably see you guys next week. But this has been a good test. I think my streaming software is working just cool. Nofel, oh my gosh, late request. Could you please audit the landing page? Hmm. You know what, Nofel? I think that request is going to have to wait because I need to go do some client work at the moment. So that one's going to have to wait till the next stream. Or if you want, you can check out my Google Ads course. It's linked above, or you can just book a consultation with me. Sorry, my friend, it's a little bit too late, but thank you once again for joining. People, I love you, and I will see you again. Yes, that's right. Oh, I forgot Phil is here. Nofel, what you can do is, Phil, I'm going to ask you to put your website in the chat. Don't put your email address in the chat. Put your website in the chat, or put your social media platform in the chat as well. I just don't want you spammed with bots. And you guys can connect. And Philip, I trust Philip. He's going to look and he's going to take you through all of that stuff. So, Philip, write it down below. Thank you so much for that save, Philip. I appreciate it. I'll just wait until you put your details there. And in fact, I might even highlight the comments so more people can see your details as well, Phil. Can you guys hear the birds on the mic? All right, so Phil, let me know once you've done that. Thomas is also saying that he's not a paid actor in any way. I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. I'll send you the payment later. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, cool. Phil, just let me know once you've sent those documents so I can end the stream. Birds are having a party outside. Just gonna play us out with a little music. I am so excited that my friend has a song out. It's amazing. I'm gonna link the song down in the description as well. Philip, are you done? Can I go? Can I run away? Philip's trying to find his social media account right now. He's like, do I have a social media? Should I share my Facebook? Should I share my LinkedIn? What should I share? Okay, so we're going to do this, Nofel. If you don't hear back from Philip, what I want you to do is just contact me on my website and I will put you two in touch if Philip doesn't reply down in the chat. All right, guys. Thank you very much for attending. I really enjoyed this. It was the absolute best. Like I said, all of the links are down below in the description if you want to check out my Google Ads course. And I am out. Peace. So it turns out I'm still here somehow, even after ending the stream. What I want to do is Philip is going to send me his details and then I'll just write it down in the chat. At least now you guys get to hear the song like finished properly.